Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are gathered here to discuss the topic on whether online education will replace face to face education. Today we have two passionate teams representing contrasting views on the matter. The team in favor of online education believes it offers flexibility, inclusivity, personalization, and cost effectiveness, while the team against online education argues for the importance of social interaction, immediate feedback, structural learning, and real life experiences provided by face to face education. The objective of this debate is aiming to provide a comprehensive understanding of the subject. It is essential to approach the debate with an open mind, considering the diverse perspectives that will be presented. Remember, the goal here is not to prove one side is completely right or one side is completely wrong, but rather to explore all the characteristics of the topic. As the moderator, I encourage all participants to present their arguments with clarity, respect, and evidence based reasoning. It is through reasoned dialogue and respectful discourse that we can truly grasp the potential implications of online education and its impact on the educational landscape. We have these six debaters who will present their arguments on the issue. Each debater will present their case on each of the arguments. And now let us proceed with the debate and may it provide us with valuable insights into the future of education. Let's start with topic one, which is accessibility for students to learn new information. It is true that with the internet, students can access educational resources from anywhere around the world. Therefore, it lowers the barriers of location and allows individuals to learn at their own pace. But also, regular class schedules offer face to face interaction with instructors and physical classrooms that help students to stay focused and committed to their studies. In contrast, online education can present challenges in maintaining motivation and discipline. As students often have to manage their time independently. And with this said, our first topic in the debate will discuss which form of education will give students more accessibility to actually learn new information. This topic will be carried out by two persons. One who will argue in favor of the innovation of online education, and the other who will argue in favor of the traditional face to face education. Debaters, please present yourself.
Hi, my name is Ian Torres, and I will be arguing in favor of online education.
Hi, my name is Yamila Lona, and I will be arguing in favor to face-to-face education.
Okay, let's start the debate. Ian, would you please continue with your first statement?
Yeah, first of all, thanks, Andres, for your invitation to this debate. It is a pleasure to have been considered. This is for me an issue that can impact the course of education. But let me start saying, online education has proven to be an invaluable tool in promoting accessibility for students to learn new information, especially in times of crises like COVID-19 pandemic. With school closures and the need of social distancing, online education has become a crucial solution to ensure educational continuity. Here, I will present how online education has promoted accessibility during times of crisis, and I will cite relevant references and sources to support my argument. Firstly, online education has overcome geographical barriers, allowing students to access information from anywhere. A study conducted from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development in 2020 found that online education has provided students with the opportunity to learn without location restrictions. This means that students can access a wide range of educational resources, online courses, and learning materials regardless of their physical location. Furthermore, online education promoted has promoted flexibility in study schedules. During the pandemic, many students have faced challenge in balancing academic responsibilities with other commitments such as healthcare or family responsibilities. Online education has provided also the necessary flexibility to adjust study schedules according to individual needs. A report published by UNESCO highlights that online education has allowed students to organize their learning time more conveniently. Additionally, online education has fostered the inclusion of students with disabilities. A study conducted by the University of Maryland, for example, in 2021, found that online education has improved access and participation for students with disabilities by providing tools and resources tailored to their individual needs. This has enabled the students to learn new information more effectively and equitably. Lastly, online education has also provided a wide range of interactive and collaborative resources. Online learning platforms such as Moodle or Google Classroom offer tools such as discussion forums, live chats, and collaborative activities that promote knowledge exchange among students and teachers. A report from the European Commission highlights that online education has improved collaboration and interactive learning among students. In conclusion, Andres, online education has proven to be highly accessible during the COVID-19 pandemic by overcoming geographical barriers, offering flexibility in study schedules, fostering inclusion for students with disabilities, and providing interactive sources. Online education, online education has allowed students to learn new information effectively and equitably. As a society, we must recognize the importance of online education as an accessible tool for continuous learning and promote its development and constant improvement. Thank you.
Okay, interesting. Jamalet, how would you respond to this argument?
Thank you, moderator, and thank you, Ian, for your arguments. Okay, first, it's important to mention that my position is directed against education that is not face-to-face, okay? First of all, face-to-face education allows interaction between students and teachers, in which the teacher can ask questions and receive immediate answers from the student. And with this, the teacher can notice not only with the answer, but also with the non-verbal language, whether or not the student understands the subject, okay? In addition, the student may receive a better explanation from the teacher about a subject, and the teacher will also express his or her ideas in body language. All that I have just mentioned is based on the study La interacción maestro-alumno y su relación con el aprendizaje by Patricia Covarrubias and María Magdalena Piña. Through our research with the university students and their interaction with their teachers, they influence the perception of their learning, since students need to move beyond the abstract of the theory and see it reflected in different manifestation of how the teacher explained it, whether by going out into the field, using laboratories, Blackboard, and their non-verbal language, okay? In addition, social interaction is another very important factor. According to an article published by UNICEF 2023, social interaction allows children and teenagers to develop social and emotional skills, as well as conflict resolution and empathy for others. The importance of these aspects lie in the fact that they are part of the soft skills that they are going to need to be valued in the world of work. This according to an article published by the University of Anak. All these tools allow us to resolve the real conflict in the real world that involve our survival or personal finances. That is why as students we must try it and see where they fail to be less wrong out there. In conclusion, face-to-face education allows us to work with the skills that the world of work needs. That is real life, something that online education cannot do. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamilet, and thank you, Ian. For sure, there are some really interesting topics to discuss in this matter. While it is true that during crisis, online education offers the best accessibility and flexibility benefits, face-to-face education offers different types of accessibility to learn new information, like immediate interaction, which provides more ways for students to learn because the teacher can guide the students easier. This way, both forms of education have their advantages and actually provide different skills on learning. It is really important to balance these two factors as they both have useful ways to acquire new information, understand it more, and improve the way that we learn things and receive things from school. Let's continue with the second topic on that acquires the skills on each form of education. We previously just discussed that both methods of learning have different and really effective ways to acquire information, to acquire and access information. But skills, on another matter, is basically the strongest base for every student in the world. This is because if you have the knowledge and you have the information to present it to the world, you need the skills to actually spread it around. For this topic, we're going to have another two participants, one in favor of online education and one against. Please briefly present yourselves.
Hi, my name is Alejandro, and I want to thank you, Andres, for the invitation. And I'm online classes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Rio, and I will be arguing in favor of face-to-face education. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, it is time to start with our second topic of the debate. Andrea, please, would you start with your statement?
Of course. I stand to argue in favor of face-to-face education as a very important method for a complete learning experience. While online education has been very popular thanks to the pandemic, I believe that face-to-face education offers unique benefits, especially in socializing skills and practical training. Let's start talking about the social skills. Face-to-face education provides students with invaluable socialization opportunities, which are very important to stand out and survive in the professional world because we are social creatures. In a face-to-face education, students have the opportunity to interact directly with their classmates and their teachers, while having meaningful discussions, debates, and collaborative projects that help them develop the social skills, such as communication and teamwork. Right now, we live in a very competitive world, where soft skills, like these ones I mentioned before, communication and teamwork, are what differentiates you from everyone else and gives you an advantage in this competitive world. Now, let's talk about the practical training opportunities that are difficult to adapt in an online education. Many disciplines, such as architecture and all types of medicine, require working directly with specific tools, materials, and places such as laboratories. And real-time and personalized feedback from their teacher to effectively learn the skills and keep them motivated to make progress in their learning. Practical training is very important because it helps students to understand the theory they're learning, but also it helps them develop critical thinking and problem-solving abilities. A very important benefit of face-to-face education is that in physical classrooms, It creates an environment for focused learning because it avoids many distractions we can have at home, like their cell phone, there's no one telling them not to grab it, or the dog barking, the mom cooking. There are a lot of distractions in homes that can make them difficult to learn. And if they're in a classroom where everyone is silent and everyone is showing respect to the teacher, they are more involved in these topics they are learning. In fact, in a study made by the Journal of Digital Educational Technology in 2022, they asked many students and teachers about their opinions and preferences in the different methods of studying, their hybrid, online, and face-to-face. And face-to-face education was the one with more pros and benefits because of this communication and practical skills they develop. Like the online education, it was more about like it's easy, like it doesn't have transportation, it is accessible, but about learning skills, the best one was face-to-face education, according to this, to what the students thought. And with this, we can conclude that while online education has its benefits to be reached for everyone, and it helped us in the pandemic, face-to-face education cannot be replaced because it has its unique advantages in developing social skills and providing practical training, thanks to the opportunity for direct interaction with the classmates and teachers and a classroom, physical classroom, then that are needed to succeed in this personal and professional life of every student. And this opportunity of practical training and real feedback helps them develop better skills for their careers. Sorry. And so with this, we have to be conscious about the importance of face-to-face education and offering a complete and well-rounded education for the students.
Thank you very much. That's actually a really interesting point of view. Alejandro, how would you respond to this on the side of online education?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Andrea for her comments, but I disagree. I think with the COVID-19 pandemic has triggered new ways of learning all around the world. Educational institutions are looking toward online learning platforms to continue with the process of educating students. The new normal now is transcended by online classes, right? Uh, Now, with the educational online learning at the core of this transformation, today digital learning has emerged as a necessary resource for students and schools all over the world. For many educational institutes, this is an entirely new way of education that they had to adopt. Online learning is now applicable not just for academic reasons, but also by extracurricular activities for students as well. In recent months, the demand for online learning has risen significantly, and it will continue doing so in the future. And then the next information I recollected from the articles of Drexel University School of Education and a website that is called e-learning industry. Well, the advantages are huge with the online classes. First of all, the flexibility among the many benefits of online learning. You'll find virtual classrooms are great for people who are advancing their education while working. In a traditional classroom, you couldn't be able to do that. Also, the lectures will be scheduled at a specific time of day, and your schedule will be formed around the availability of classes. If you're currently employed and courses aren't available after your working hours, it will be difficult to juggle the courses load in addition of your work duties. Also, you have more free time, right? That's because your schedule isn't dictated by classes. You can spend more time doing things that you want. Plus, in addition to saving money, not having to commute also means saving time because you don't need the travel to and from the campus, right? That extra time can be used in other ways that you want, such as focusing on your career or spending time with your family. All all you need is a digital device and an internet connection, and you have access to the necessary tools to further education and earn your degree on your own time. Also, the career advancements opportunities, just like courses, taking it in a traditional classroom setting, virtual learning can provide you with a number of career advancements opportunities because you are the master of your own schedule. Students of virtual learning are better prepared to continue working while pursuing academic credentials, and for students who are employed, academic work can serve to explain and discontinuity or gaps in a resume. In either case, the advantages of virtual learning can be clearly seen on the resume. Also, the affordability. Another advantage of online learning is reduced financial costs. Online education is a far more affordable as compared to physical learning. This is because online learning eliminates the cost points of student transportations, students' meals, and mostly important, the real estate. Uh, Additionally, all the courses or study material are available online, thus creating a paperless learning environment which is more affordable while also being beneficial to the environment. Also, it suits a variety of learning styles. Every student has a different learning journey and different learning styles. Some students are visually learners, while some other students prefer to learn through audio. Similarly, some students thrive in classroom, and other students are also learners who get distracted by large groups. The online learning system, with its range of options and resources, can be personalized in many ways. It is the best way to create a perfect learning environment suited to the needs of each student. Thank you very much. Eh, Estás en mute.
I'm sorry. Thank you both for actually describing the different skills and advantages that we can acquire from each method of learning. It's really important to understand that both methods offer important skills and develop good forms to understand and then acquire information. As Alejandra and Andrea stated, both forms of education offer different advantages at different times. Now, let's continue with our final topic. The final topic will talk about online education and if it is going to finally replace face-to-face education within the next 5 years. It is really important to take into consideration the accessibility and skills that students can develop from each form of learning and therefore establish the best decision due to those matters on the replacement of traditional face-to-face education. In this final topic, we will have another two participants. That one will rule in favor of online education, of online learning, and that one will favor of face-to-face education. Participants, please present yourself briefly.
Hello, my name is Patrice Martinez, and I will argue I'll be arguing in favor of online education.
Hello, my name is Marcelo Salinas, and I will argue in favor of face-to-face education.
Okay, perfect. Let's start with our final topic. Patricio, please start with your argument.
Today, I stand before you passionately defending what I think is the future of education, which is online education. In an age defined by technological advances and rapid connectivity, online education has emerged as a beacon of opportunity, leveling the playing field for all individuals seeking knowledge and personal growth. First and foremost, online education breaks down the barriers of accessibility. No longer confined by geographical limitations, online platforms enable students from all walks of life to pursue their educational aspirations, whether you reside in a remote rural area or a bustling urban center. Online education empowers you to access quality of courses and programs without the need of uprooting your life or incur exorbitant costs. Moreover, online education embodies the essence of flexibility. It grants its learners the freedom to dictate their own schedules and tailor their students to accommodate various commitments. Imagine being able to learn at your own pace, fitting your education pursuits around work responsibilities or family duties. Online education recognizes the diverse needs of students, promoting online education recognizes diverse needs of students, promoting inclusivity and allowing individuals to seize control of their learning journey. Financial concerns often cast a shadow over the pursuit of education. Online education presents a cost-effective alternative. By eliminating the need of physical infrastructure, you commute expenses and campus-related overheads. Online education reduces the financial burden on students because it's cheaper and you can do it anywhere you are. Additionally, the availability of digital resources and materials curtains the needs for costly textbooks, ensuring that education remains accessible to all regardless their economic background. One might argue that the absence of face-to-face interaction diminishes the quality of education. However, online education counters this notion by integrating tools and technologies that foster interactive learning experiences. Engaging multimedia elements such as videos, interactive quizzes, and virtual simulations not only capturates learners' attentions, but also promotes collaboration and discussions through virtual forms. By harnessing the power of technology, by online education adapts the needs of modern learners, enhancing their engagement and ensuring a dynamic education experience. Furthermore, online education serves as a catalyst for skill development. In an increasingly digital world, the acquisition of digital literacy and technological proficiency is an imperative. Online education and online learning equips students with these essential skills, preparing them for the demands of rapidly evolving job markets. Through online platforms, individuals can also explore a vast array of courses and programs tailored for their interests, fostering their professional growth and opening the doors for new career possibilities. Do not overlook the profound impact of online education amongst a lifelong learning. In a fast-paced and knowledge-driven society, the pursuit of continuous learning is essential. Online education offers a multitude of opportunities for individuals to engage in continuous skill enhancement and professional development, with online courses, with certifications, and even complete degree programs. Individuals can seamlessly acquire new knowledge and adapt to the ever-changing demands of their career. Lastly, online education embraces the concept of personalized learning. Adaptive learning technologies integrate into their online programs, tailored the education experience to individuals, seeking their strengths and weaknesses, and adapting to their learning styles. This personalized approach nurtures student potential, heightens learning and outcomes, and cultivates a sense of achievement. Each learner embarks on a unique journey, empowered to excel and thrive through their own distinct way. In conclusion, for me personally, online education is not just a revolution in learning. It's a gateway to empowerment and inclusivity. By breaking down the barriers, fostering flexibility, and providing affordable access to quality education, online learning is transforming lives and shaping the future of education. Let us embrace in this transforming force and champion the power of education for the betterment of individuals and society as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricio. That's really interesting due to the changing of years to years, how the technology has been evolving, how online education offers a really quick and better development. That's really interesting. Now, Marcelo, what do you think about this argument, and what's your side on face-to-face education?
Well, I am here today to refute the claim that face-to-face education will be replaced by online education in the next 5 years or 10 years. Because even though online learning is becoming more and more popular and has shown to be a useful addition to conventional learning, there are still many strong arguments in favor of face-to-face education that my classmates and teammates have showed that, and I will show in this argument. First, it is important to recognize that the value of interpersonal relationships. Students have the chance to participate in live discussions, debates, and group projects in face-to-face classroom setting, which is developing critical thinking, teamwork, and communication skills, which are fostered through these encounters and which are vital for success in the real world. Also, according to a study from the Stanford Graduate School of Education, students in face-to-face classroom displayed higher levels of engagement and learning than those in online situations. Face-to-face instruction also offers individualized attention and prompt feedback. In a physical classroom, teachers can modify their approaches in accordance with each student's unique needs and learning preferences. They can respond to any issues or offer clarifications and offer real-time feedback. In online learning, where students may be forced to rely on automatic feedback systems or communication that is not direct, it can cause delays and irritation, and this level of individualized attention is sometimes lacking. Also, face-to-face instruction provides a comprehensive and immersive learning environment. Many fields of study, like Andrea said, including science, engineering, and visual arts, call for practical experience and hands-on training. Students have access to laboratories, workshops, tools, and resources that help them comprehend and master difficult subjects when they're in face-to-face situations. For example, students can participate in experiments, handle tools, and directly see chemical reactions in a chemistry lab, and that cannot be done in online classes. Also, face-to-face instruction promotes the growth of social and emotional competencies, which are key in life, in school, and in jobs. Students gain interpersonal skills. They are better in conflict resolution. They have emotional intelligence and empathy in a physical classroom. They can take part in organizations, in events, in extracurricular activities that foster social integration, teamwork, and leadership. These are abilities that are necessary for both career success and personal development. And online learning, on the other hand, lacks the same amount of interpersonal interaction and might hinder the growth of these important social skills. Also, the digital divide should be taken into account. Not all people have access to the internet. According to the data provided by Worldometer in 2021, around 3.6 billion people, or 46% of the global population, almost half, still live without internet access. This means that a substantial portion of the world's population will be excluded from online educational opportunities. It is crucial to recognize that education is a fundamental right, and limiting it to only those with internet access further widens the educational gap. And even in areas where internet access is available, the quality and reliability of the connection may vary. Slow internet speeds, frequent disruptions, and limited bandwidth can hinder the seamlessly delivery of online education. This can lead to frustration, lack of engagement, and can lower the learning experiences for students who rely solely on online platforms. Some students may even not have the right equipment, like digital laptops or cell phones, to engage in this literacy abilities to participate in full online learning. So that is very important. That's an important point in this debate. And also, studies have shown that face-to-face instruction provides better academic results. A study published in the Journal of Online Learning and Teaching found that students who attended face-to-face sessions had greater retention rates and outperformed those who took online courses academically. The study ascribed this to face-to-face instruction's direct interaction, quick feedback, and individualized attention. So the social and cultural components of in-person education cannot be duplicated in an online setting, which brings us to my final point. Students from various backgrounds can engage, share experiences, and engage their viewpoints in physical classrooms. For example, in my opinion and in my experience, I was part of the generation that started college with online classes because of the pandemic, and I can personally testify that I hated it and I was against it. Sure, I was more comfortable because I could take classes on my bed or on vacation, but I didn't learn much. I just didn't have the motivation or the self-control to pay attention, since I had the freedom to use my phone or make me breakfast or food or talk to a friend or go out. I could still, deliver with online classes. So that I believe me and many classmates and friends testify against online learning because it is not the same as face-to-face education and being in a classroom with teachers. So in conclusion, even if online education has advantages and has undoubtedly proven that education environment, it is unlikely that it will entirely replace in-person instruction over the next 5, 10, 15 years. The benefit of face-to-face instruction continues to be emphasized by the power of human interaction, individualized attention, immersive learning experiences, development of social and emotional skills, the digital gap, improved academic results, and social and cultural considerations. Recognizing these distinct advantages of each educational format as we go forward will help us work toward a balanced strategy that puts the best learning results for all kids first. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcelo, and thank you, Patricio. Those were some really interesting topics. Now let us continue to the final statements. Last of all, I want to say thank you all for the debate in considering whether online education should replace face-to-face education. It is really crucial to recognize the strengths and limitations of each approach. Online education has proven to be a valuable tool, particularly during times of crisis, as it allows for the accessibility of educational resources and flexibility in study schedules. It also facilitates the inclusion of students with disabilities and provides interactive and collaborative learning opportunities. On the other hand, face-to-face education enables immediate interaction between students and then teachers, allowing the nuisance understanding and the ability to gauge comprehension through nonverbal cues. It also takes away social interaction. It also takes social interaction, which plays a vital role in the development of social and emotional skills, rather than advocating for the replacement of face-to-face education with online education. It is important to recognize the value of both approaches and explore ways to leverage their respective strengths. A blended learning model that combines elements of online and face-to-face education that can offer a comprehensive educational experience. This hybrid approach can provide the benefits of accessibility, flexibility, and inclusive tools from online education, which still allowing for the innovable aspects of immediate interaction, nonverbal communication, and social development that come with face-to-face education. As we move forward, it is essentially it is essential to continuously refine and improve both online education and face-to-face education, investing in technology and infrastructure for both online education and, and enhance its effectiveness, ensuring it remains ensuring that it remains a valuable tool for accessibility and flexibility, but at the same time, efforts should be made to create engaging and interactive face-to-face learning environments and leverage the advantages of personal interaction and social development. So instead of thinking that we have to separate them and we have to replace them, we should be thinking, how can we make online education, but at the same time, face-to-face education one and in the same? Thank you all for the debate. We learned some really interesting points of view, and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.